What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about KAITO today. KAITO at the request of Imonde. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. All right, it is the 19th of May today. Here we are at about $1.83, 21 hours, 53 minutes left in the day. Great consolidation. Great consolidation. I mean, you sold way the hell off in your early days, right? Came out at a very high valuation. I remember talking about this. It was in the middle of like a request video that I was doing, and I just remember saying stay away from it because whenever it did come out, if we're looking at it here, and I just want to explain where my head's at, right, in case anybody remembers the last time I talked about this, because it has been a while. I forget when the exact day was. I was trying to find it, but I couldn't. If we're looking at this here, we're going to all-time history, putting it in log, right? The reason why we didn't think that it was good back here is that the market cap back here was at about $2 billion. What crypto comes out and is worth $2 billion in its first week of existence? No crypto is worth that much. The only ones that are worth that much are money grabs, or ones that are here now and gone, gone then. They just sell off, and you did sell off. You sold off quite a lot, man. I mean, literally from a $2 billion market cap all the way down to $165 million market cap, 90% drop off overall. You're back up at it now. You're back at this $400 to $500 million market cap status now, and I think that you're deserving of it, at least. More deserving of it now than when you came out. Whenever you come out at high valuations like this, it's just a money grab. That's all it is. It's just a money grab, and that's okay. Sometimes you need the money. You got to grab the money so that you can put it back into your project that you're investing in, or that you're creating for your investors to speculate on. And it seems as though since the listing, at least, there have been some things that have been productive, because you've been moving up and doing, you've reclaimed some lost territory, and you look like you want to see new all-time highs. So there's some good stuff going on. I don't know why I just vomited of the mouth there, but we're letting out a lot of words, it seems. From a high to a low, you've moved all the way up to your 786 area here. in a one fell swoop kind of move. From a high to a low, you moved all the way up, right above your golden ratio to your 786, and now you're consolidating between here and the golden ratio. This is a very bullish configuration, okay? Likely from here, your next move will be to new all-time highs. You're in a bull flag right now. You've got your flagpole here. You're flagging out right here. So, on a daily basis, it could be another week that you're consolidating. It could be today that you break out. You never know, right? But in a very short amount of time, you will be moving up higher. And in accordance to this bull flag, if we were doing a measure move on it, my expectations would be that we see something right around that 1272. Measure moves are not requirements, okay? They're ideas. And this idea points to this 1272. It's very, very near there. You don't have to stop there. You can fall short of the measure move. You can exceed the measure move. My thoughts would be, though, because this fib target is super close to the measure move of this bull flag, you probably do see $4.35. So you're at $1.83 now, with prospects to go to about $4.35, and you likely see that price achieved, I would think, if not by the end of the month of May, then very, very early June, right? But we're looking at this on a daily time frame. I don't think that you're going to be consolidating here for too much longer. If we're looking at the RSI, you did get pretty well into the overbought zone. You saw like the 83. I don't know if you guys can hear all that yelling either, by the way. My daughter's having a hell of a time with brushing her teeth, it seems. But we're at an 83 in the RSI. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Oh, I know what I got. Oh, hold on. I'll be right back, guys. Hold. I'm sorry about that, you guys. I don't know how much of that you could hear or not, but my 3-year-old was having a fit because she couldn't find her pacifier, apparently. Anyways, $1.82. I knew where it was, though. 21 hours, 48 minutes left in the day. What was I saying? The RSI has cooled off. You were overbought. Now you've cooled off. You found support at the 60. At least it looks like that. If today can close green, and I think it will, you'll be bouncing off the 60 and likely going back into the overbought zone, where you will proceed higher and break out of this range, commencing your measure move target, your measure move, commencing that, and seeing something around 435. And I would expect that this does happen by the end of the month. If not by the end of the month, very, very early June, but I think we will see it probably over the coming week, if not over the next 2 weeks. After that, you will progress higher. Absolutely, you will. $1.82 now with that kind of market cap. I would think by the end of June, if not early July, we could see targets as high as 1076 to 1272. At a minimum, I would expect 725, but something in that area for KAITO by the end of June, if not early July. Let's look at the short-term stuff and then wrap this video up, because I'm getting stressed at how much of this screaming you guys are hearing in the background. I'm trying to talk over it, and I'm wondering if any of it's being picked up or not. Maybe I'm just being self-conscious over something that doesn't even exist. I don't know, but if we're looking at this here, double bottom off of the RSI on a 1 hour time frame, kind of looking like you're cooling off right now, but you're not bearish. You're definitely in a bullish situation. You could come a little bit lower, and it's fine if you do. From a low here to a high there, I would think that you go to your golden ratio. You're at $1.81 right now. Maybe you hit $1.74 to $1.72, something like that at the golden ratio. You find support, and then you continue to move higher. That's my expectation. If we're looking at this on a 4 hour basis, we are, lower highs, lower lows. Yes, it does look like a very dominant downtrend here. Lower highs, lower lows throughout the whole thing. You're at the area where you would find resistance, but you're doing things a little bit differently here than you've done throughout the whole time so far, right? You found resistance each time immediately and went down. This time you're doing things a little bit different. You're kind of consolidating at this area. So I wouldn't expect that this results in such a dramatic move as to going lower. It could. It's possible. And if you do see a lower low in the RSI, you might see a lower low in the price. Or you could do this thing where you get a lower low in the RSI and you get a higher low in the price. That's hidden bullish divergence, actually, if you do that. But I doubt that you go too much below this low. I really don't think that you do that. I think that going a little bit lower is fine. And relative to this low to high, the golden ratio makes a lot of sense. So $1.74, $1.72, you're at $1.81 now, something like that, probably today. And then bounce back up. Yeah, go down to the 40 on the RSI and then bounce back up, something like that. Break out of this downtrend and then continue going higher on your 4 hour. Get back to that overbought zone. Get your daily back into that overbought zone, and then you'll be on your merry way to prices that are well above $4 and beyond. Right, by the end of this month, like 435, right. And then end of June, we're looking at prices that are potentially at like $10 to $13. Yeah, 435, if not 1076 to 1272 by the end of June. At a bare minimum, I think you'll be at 725 by the end of June. But I got nothing else for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry it was a little bit of madness. Hopefully there wasn't too much screaming going on in the background. If there is, I'll just probably have to remake this video. But I'm going to listen to it before I post it. So hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.